Hello, everybody. My name is Azren, the language nerd. I run a business called the Calgary Language Nerds. And today I wanted to sit down and record a short video to tell you a little bit more about me and, of course, tell you a little bit more about the business that I run, which is the Calgary Language Nerds. As you can tell by the title here, Calgary Language Nerds, the name of the business, we are based out of Calgary, which is a city in Canada close to the Rocky Mountains. Calgary is where I was born. Calgary is where I was raised, and it is also the city where I currently live. So I love to teach languages and I love to learn languages. It's my favorite thing to do, and there's almost nothing else that I enjoy more. And this is precisely why I started the Calgary Language Nerds. I wanted to work in a field that I'm passionate about, and so here we are today. I get to work in a field that I like a lot. Now, the Calgary Language Nerds, what do we do? Well, my team and I, we work with language learners and we help them to progress in whatever language or languages that they are trying to learn. What I really want to do is I want myself and of course my team, I want to work with as many language learners as we can. And we want to help you to achieve your desired level of fluency. So if you want to become super duper fluent in French because it's been a lifelong dream and you've always wanted to do that, wonderful. We want to help you get there. If you want to achieve a touristy level in Spanish because you're going on a 2-week trip and you want to know enough Spanish to get by before your trip, great. We want to work with you. Whatever language you're learning, whatever goals or outcomes or whatever your reason is for learning that language, we want to work with you. We want to help you get there. Now, how do we do that? Let me tell you. As of right now, when I'm recording this video, there are 5 different programs and services that my team and I offer. 3 of these programs and services are free and 2 of them are not. So my business has a community side to it where we do things for free and we're doing things to try and help as many language learners as we can. And of course, we have the for-profit side of the business as well. So the first program here is a free self-guided course. It is a video-based course that walks you through step by step by step exactly how to go from an absolute zero in another language, aka you have a very low level or an absolute beginner level, to a hero. In other words, you're very fluent in another language. We walk you through in this course. I walk you through step by step by step how to do that. I tell you what to learn, when to learn it, how to learn it, and how to master it. Best of all, that free self-guided course works for essentially any widely spoken language. So that's great, and it's accessible on my website. A lot of people have been using this course and they're finding it beneficial. The second thing I offer here is free weekly group classes. For all the languages that my team and I teach and that we offer at my business, we have free weekly group classes. There are multiple classes every week online, as well as certain events in my city where I live, here locally in Calgary. So if you're watching this video and you live in Calgary, well, that's wonderful news for you because we have things that are in person too. In fact, if you're in Calgary, sometimes they're not even classes. Sometimes we even organize fun events. We go to a pub or we have barbecues or we've gone bowling a couple times. We have picnics and campfires and all sorts of fun things. So there's fun local events here in Calgary if you happen to live in the same city as I do. So that's something that we offer. We offer free level assessments. So if you're learning a language and you're wondering, what's my level? We can help you with that. You can book an appointment with me directly through my website or with someone on my team, and we'll help you figure out what is your exact level. Like what's your level of fluency right now in the language you're learning, and how much do you have left to go until you achieve your desired level of fluency? On the paid side of things, there's language coaching. Now that one's directly with me. I would help you establish some realistic language learning goals, and I would help you build a realistic plan to achieve those language learning goals. There's an accountability piece to language coaching as well, because we would connect once a month and I would check in to see how are things going. You know, how did you follow the plan last month? How did things go? Did you make some progress? Do we have to make any adjustments? You get the idea. So language coaching, that's a service that we offer, a paid service, of course. And lastly, there's private and semi-private lessons. This is where you can work with myself or one of my tutors, and you can take some lessons with us. You know, this one here is a big one. The private and semi-private lessons, will help you achieve your desired level of fluency a heck of a lot faster, and it'll be a much more enjoyable experience. I view it quite similarly to when I started learning tennis. When I was a teenager, I loved tennis. Probably for about 2 or 3 years, I was obsessed with it. It was my favorite thing. It was my favorite hobby. And I initially tried to teach myself tennis, and I would watch YouTube videos. I'd go to the court. I'd practice serves. I used to hit the ball against the wall and work on my forehand and my backhand. But ultimately, when I truly started to progress, the most progress I ever saw was when I actually worked with a tennis instructor. There were a couple of spouts of time. Spouts, is that a word? There were a couple of time frames, essentially, some windows of time where I was working with the tennis instructor. And that's where I really progressed the fastest. And so I view these private and semi-private lessons like that. You get to work with a professional who will tell you, hey, here's what to learn. Here's how to learn it. Let's practice it together. Here's some resources for you to use. It saves you a heck of a lot of time. Now, a little bit more about me. So I speak 5 languages right now. I speak English, French, Spanish, Mandarin, and Gujarati. I would like to learn at least 3 more in my lifetime to a high degree of fluency. I have a bachelor's degree in French and Spanish, and I'm currently working on a second degree right now in East Asian language studies with a Mandarin concentration. And foreign language acquisition has been one of my biggest passions, if not my biggest passion, since 2008. So it has been quite some time that I have been, what's the word? That I have been honing my skills, I suppose, with learning languages and, of course, teaching languages too. Some more fun facts about me. So I love business operations. As an adult anyway, all the roles that I've had work-wise all have a business operations element to it. So I used to run a window cleaning franchise. For that same franchise, I was also a general manager, and I operated Central Canada. So that was 5.5 years of my life. And nowadays, I've been running the Calgary Language Nerds since late 2016. So that's a lot of fun for me. So I love business operations. Marvel movies are my jam. I like superhero movies. Nothing beats going to the movie theater, sitting in this back middle seat. I've got the seat that I like to sit in. It's hard to describe, but it's semi in the back, not fully in the back though, kind of close to the middle. And it's like middle, right in the middle of the screen. I buy those nachos, those movie nachos. Oh, and I eat them, and it's so much fun for me. I'm a big traveler, so I've been to over 100 cities across 15 countries, and I love music in other languages. Most of the songs I listen to right now are not in English. They're in all sorts of other languages. If you would like to support my business, there are 3 ways you can do that. The first way is you can sign up for private or semi-private lessons. The second way is you can sign up for language coaching. The third one is you can send us a donation. So the private or semi-private lessons, those will help you learn a language a lot faster, and it will be a much more enjoyable experience. Language coaching is more for people that are looking for some help, setting up some targets, some goals for their language learning, and make some smart plans to actually get there. And often this can be often the language coaching people, often those are some more self-guided people, often, not always the case, because you do get some self-driven, self-motivated people under like semi-private or private classes, because you have to do homework between classes and such. But at any rate, private lessons and language coaching has a slightly different focus in each option. And lastly, there's sending us a donation. That's always an option too. So the donations help fund the free programs and things that we offer. So the free self-guided course, weekly classes, free level assessments. Without your donations, we can't do things for free. And the more donations we get, the more I'm able to offer for free, which is why over the years, we've been able to do more and more and more and more for free, because a lot of that gets funded through those donations. And so donations are always appreciated. The more donations we get, the more we can help language learners out. And that drives me. I'm interested in that. It interests me a lot. So thanks for watching this. Thanks for joining our Calgary, our language nerds community. And I hope to see you soon someday. Bye for now.